Okay, hi everybody. Wanted to get a chance to walk through one of the questions in the class. So, we have a project here. Can you help me with the function to remove points on ewalk? Let's go ahead and open it up. And this is a Scratch program that we'll be looking through just to see what's going on here, and we'll make some updates to it and see the best way to answer that. So, ewalk versus Grievous, we'll sort of look inside. I've already had a chance to look through some of this, so I'll walk through what I see and then also some things we can do to improve. The first thing is always when you're looking at designing something is making sure things are neat and organized. So similar to how you were told to, keep your toys in a nice place, same thing with this. So I'm gonna just organize things a little bit. Let's see. So what I did was we have when the backdrop switches here, we have some stuff about the left arrows and right arrows. And then maybe we might even put, there's a down arrow. So that if we have all of our arrow keys in one little section, then to the right here, when the flag is pressed. So I've already seen partially how this game works, and the idea is that we need to choose a stage. So if I click this flag here, it says C for Kusakan and E for Endor. So if you press one of these letters, it'll send us to the stage. And we can see that the left and right arrows control the ewalk that we're going to use. And what's happening is that we want to make sure, so it says if touching edge, then change ewalk score by -1, else change ewalk score by 0. So what's happening is that we want to have it that when they touch, the ewalk score will go down. So the first thing we want to change is this statement here. So this if then statement. And basically we're saying that whenever our ewalk touches the Grievous, that we need to reduce its points, because it's the idea of that, it's being attacked. So here we're not going to do edge. If I do the edge, yeah. So sorry about that. Let's go back to where we're at. The edge is basically the edge of our screen, and so we don't want that. We're going to want the Grievous. So if it touches Grievous, then we want to change the score down 1. So that's the first thing we changed. And we see it's not working still. So typically what happens is I restart the program, pressing the flag, Endor, and I check to see. Well, it's still not working. So what happens if I press the flag and keep them on top of each other? I press the flag and select the place. I see the score is now 19. So that gives me a chance to see, okay, it does it once, but doesn't keep doing it over and over again. So what we want to do is figure out why that's not happening. And the reason is because when the flag is clicked, it's going to check and go through these steps. And once it's at the end, it's not going to happen again. So there's nothing to actually tell it to go back and do it again. with the arrow keys, every time you keep pressing it, and that's why it is doing it over and over again. Another fun fact is that the keyboard, if you press one key, it'll keep pressing that key over and over again, and so that's why this keeps acting like it'll go over. But it really is happening is that when you press it once, it'll move once. So, how do we figure that out for this point system? We want it to happen over and over again, and in Scratch there is a control that has it to repeat or forever. So let's say that if we do forever. So this is basically saying that forever, when it reaches the bottom here, it's going to go back to the top. So if I unplug this, put it in here, and do forever, and then if I run the flag, check the place, whenever I run into something, it'll keep going. And you can see the score is going to negatives, thousands by a lot. So at least we know that we got it, so that way it's fixed. But we don't want to always do that. And so one of the things you can do is have it to wait, because that might be, if you think about if your character is injured in some other games, you'll start flashing and it'll like take some time to, before you can get hit again. We want to add that same effect to it. So maybe we want to change the score and then wait a second. So now you can automatically see, so let me start it over. It's going down 1 second. So the wait is good because it causes it to wait before each single time. And then on top of that, what you can do, maybe we can say, I've been hit. So now our statement says, so we have that forever that happens, and it's always checking. But if it's touching Grievous, then it says change equal score down, say I've been hit, and then wait. So let's see if it does it, if I have to restart it. So it says I've been hit, and it goes down. And I forgot how to get rid of the words. Oh, there you go. So it says I've been hit. Oh, that hides the... We don't want to hide the person. We want to just delete hide. Say hello. Customs. I think it's just say nothing. So let's just restart this. Yeah, it says I've been hit, and it says nothing. So to summarize, we did a couple of things. One, we changed the touching to make sure it touches the other character, Grievous, and we did that by clicking this here. Two, what we did was we made it forever, so that way whenever it stops here, it's going to check again to see if it's touching and keep checking. The third thing we did was we had to wait a second, so that way it's not going to keep going, but it'll be a delay. And that's it.